What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mikey B. Sorry it's been a while since I've posted a video, but I had to share this. I finally found a place where I can grade cards for under $15 a card, and I can get my cards back to me within 6 weeks. Don't believe me? Let's check it out. It's SGC. Welcome back to the Thunderdome, everyone. It's been a while since I've done a video, so I'm very excited to share the results of my first SGC submission. For those of you not familiar with SGC, it stands for Serious Grading Culture. It's not new per se, but it is a little bit more up-and-coming grading company versus some of the more established parties like PSA and BGS. I wanted to show you guys some of the cards that I had graded. Talk a little bit about why I chose SGC versus the other companies, show you some comparisons so that you can see kind of like what the slabs look like in case you've never seen an SG slab up close and in person, talk a little bit about their grading and so forth, and hopefully answer some questions. Not a lot of people know about SGC per se. Most people, when they think grading, they instantly go to PSA or BGS, but SGC does have a lot of really good things going for it. Right now, including turnaround times and pricing. So I thought I'd share my experience. So I have done a lot of submissions for both PSA and BGS throughout the last couple of years. Good experiences with both, bad experiences with both, learned a lot along the way. I wanted to give SGC a try because I knew that their turnaround times were pretty quick. I really liked their price point. And I did a ton of research around comp values of sold cards that were graded a certain way through SGC versus how they were graded in a PSA. So an SGC 10 versus a PSA 10 and so forth. I think one of the biggest misconceptions about SGC is that the cards aren't as valuable as the other two grading companies. That's just not what I found in my research. I actually found comps to be very comparable across the board. With some slight differences, but not anything that I found that was so overwhelming that it would turn me off from giving them a shot. So I will say this much, not only do I love the price point and the turnaround time, but I really think the cards in an SGC slab look really, really good. So you be the judge of it. I mean, I grade cards in all the companies, so there's no rhyme or reason as to what I chose what. For this particular sub, Bowman had just come out, 2020 Bowman Baseball, so I sent a lot of my base cards to SGC through Bowman. I kind of figured that's safe, so nothing too gigantic in here. And I figured if they didn't grade well, I'd just crack them and keep them raw. But I cleaned them up. I got everything ready for them, and I just wanted to show my results and let you guys know what I thought. So for those of you who aren't familiar with SGC, let me show you the two basic versions of the slab. So here is the version of the slab when you have an autograph that also is graded. As you can tell, it's got kind of the black border around it. So many people call this slab the tuxedo or murdered out. I will say that this kind of matte finish does look extremely good with a lot of different kinds of cards. So you'll get a chance to see a little bit about that. But, good information on there. Obviously, the set, the card itself, what it is, and even the numbering. And then it's the reverse on BGS, whereas the auto grade is first versus the card grade. So this is what your dual grade will look like. The back there with the Sport Card Guarantee LLC. Once again, look really good. Your other, basic setup for these cards, if you get a non-auto grade, same sort of thing. You still get the tuxedo look. This particular one gemmed at a 10. So just, once again, really, really cool looking. So you can kind of see the differences. So for those of you who aren't familiar with grading much at all, I wanted to show you what a PSA slab looks like. So very, very similar. Other than black, though, they kind of went with a more kind of a translucent look around PSA, but very traditional, very similar information up at the top. So this is just a John Morant that I had done. Also a very good looking slab. I just like the graded cards just in general, and I really, really do like the PSA slab. For those of you that are more familiar with BGS, this is what those look like. a much bigger slab in comparison size-wise. Most people like BGS because you do get subgrades. You can pay to have those on there or not. So you can tell specifically why your card was the particular grade. So centering, edges, corners, and surface are individually graded within these cards. And then, as mentioned, it's the reverse, whereas here's the card grade, here's the autograph grade when it comes to BGS. So if you compared all three, you'll kind of see that SGC is just slightly bigger than a BGS slab and about the same size as a PSA slab. Thickness-wise, very, very similar when it comes to what you're getting with PSA. So not a ton of difference size-wise in there, which means graded card sleeves from Ultra Pro or BCW will fit over these very nicely. So there you have it. I mean, that's kind of a general comparison. For those that are curious, I did do a bulk sub with a friend of mine who does subs with SGC weekly. The turnaround time from the day that I sent the package of my cards to him, so a couple days in mail there, and then a couple days later, he sent the package to SGC along with everyone else that was getting their card graded. From that point to the cards are in my hand with the finished product was just under 6 weeks. It was really about 5.5 weeks. So the turnaround time for a bulk sub being 6 weeks is insane. That blows away anything else in the market. PSA bulk subs, as of right now, this recording, I'm getting confirmations from friends and also my own subs, anywhere from 7 to 8 months. BGS bulk, also a couple of months when it comes to getting your cards back. Now, both PSA and BGS have faster grading services like 2-day and so forth, but you're going to pay upwards of $60 to $75 per card. My total cost on these SGC cards were under $15 a card, well under $15 to be exact. So very inexpensive and a fast turnaround time. So I'm not a genius, but I'm going to go ahead and think that, yeah, that's pretty good. That's a great combination. So let me show you what I graded just to give you a chance to see a couple more of what cards look like in slabs here. Overall, I was very, very pleased. I treated this sub just like any other sub. I had the cards cleaned to the best of my ability, made sure to get everything out, and then I scrutinized really, really carefully what cards I sent just to make sure that there wasn't obvious surface damage or anything, because I didn't want a card to come back with a low grade. Didn't matter that it was inexpensive and a quick turnaround. If the cards weren't going to gem with a 9.5 or a 10, then that I didn't really want to send them. So this was one of the bigger cards in the lot. The only basketball card, Trae Young stained glass from Mosaic. Beautiful card. I was lucky enough to get a 10 on that, so super, super happy with that result. I knew that the Vertex Capstone Deshaun Watson was not going to gem. I didn't think there was any way. As you can tell, it is a little off-centered, so you see a little bit more of the blue border here on the left side versus the right. Pretty okay top to bottom, but there's a couple soft corners here on the back and so forth. So really the only reason why I wanted to encapsulate this is that, one, I wanted to send a card that I know wouldn't gem through the other two companies to see what SGC does. So if this card came back at 10-10, I would be like, well, I don't know, it's a little sketchy. But the other thing is that this is my only Deshaun Watson auto, and it's a pretty cool card. Even though I'm not a huge fan of Vertex, I do like this card. It is an on-card auto. It is numbered to 49 with the quad patches. So even as a 9-10, this would be a cool one to kind of keep in the PC for a little while until I get another Deshaun to replace it. So the bulk of the order was really right here in 2020 Bowman stuff. So you'll see a couple of examples of cards here. Here are my Jaren Duran cards. So we got a 9.5 in a Bowman Chrome, 9.5. So disappointed a little bit to have two 9.5s, but I did make up for it in a first edition getting a 10. So I'll probably, I did send some of him off to PSA a couple weeks before this order. So hopefully one of those will come back at 10, so I have something to kind of keep in the collection. Good rookie prospect there for the Red Sox. My buddy Josh talks about him all the time, so I figured I'd get a couple cards of him. My Paulsons were about the same. I did 9.5, and then I did get a 10 on one Bowman Chrome, so happy about that. And then my first edition, also 10. So Now, once again, 2 cards that'll probably stay in the tuck away, and let's see how this guy does in the next couple years. The 9.5 might be something I move at the next card show or via trade or something like that. I also graded some Xavier Edwards, another rookie prospect. Very, very similar results here in that, once again, very happy to have 9.5s in both the first edition and Chrome, but more happy to get the Chrome 10 as well as a second Chrome 10. So pretty happy with those results. I'm kind of hoping that one of these players pans out. Hopefully one will. I don't know if they're going to be like the next Trout or anything like that, but who knows if they'll ever be another Trout. But, who knows? Some of these guys might turn into something really good. This is my only 9 outside of the Watson. Witt is like notorious for being off-centered in Bowman. So very, very hard to find good Chrome or even Sapphire cards of Bobby Witt that are going to be centered. So I'm looking at this card again now, and it very plain as day can tell that it's off-centered. So it's a 9, not the end of the world, but, a 9 really isn't going to enhance the value too much of him unless he shoots up and becomes just a huge star. But the good news is I did counter it with a really nice 10 for the first edition. So paper Witt don't seem to be as bad as the Chrome cards. So very, very happy to get a 10 in that. So that's pretty sweet. And then I only sent 1 Dominguez because my other ones went off to BGS. But I did get a 9.5 on this Bowman Scouts Top 100 insert card. So pretty cool. I know a lot of people are like, who knows about this kid and how good he could be or whatever. And I know he's super, super young, but yeah, who knows? I mean, the cool thing about a baseball prospect is that you get a couple cards and you hope they pan out, and even if they might not see the field for a couple years. I sent some other more nicer cards from Bowman as well. This one is a really cool speckle refractor of Jacob Amaya. So pretty cool card. It did grade 10, so super happy about that. I love, now in baseball they call them speckle, Panini calls them white sparkle. Other than Cracked Ice or Atomic, these are my absolute favorite cards. I always love the look of them. So Amaya, I hear, is a pretty decent prospect for the Dodgers, and just thought it was a cool looking card. I'm like, you know what? Cool looking card, probably not one that I'm going to move. Might as well throw it a slab. So I'm glad I did. I think it looks really great with the black, and the fact that it has a 10, huge bonus. I did get some good autos, a 9.5/10 of Bryce Ball, so a Braves prospect there. I am kind of a Braves fan. I don't watch much Major League Baseball, but I rooted for the Braves as a kid, so I kind of figured I'd get this one. He's got a very interesting sig, but something I pulled out of a personal Bowman box. Once again, another Braves prospect, Pelini, Bowman Chrome, 9.5/10 on that one as well. So 2 Braves prospects where I got good autos and good condition cards. It was very good to get a 10/10 here, first Bowman of Vidal Brujan. Once again, pretty good looking card. Obviously, I love having the dual 10 grades. That's great. Don't know much about this guy. All I knew was talking with my baseball collector friends. They're like, listen, man, if you have first Bowman Chromes, autographs, and they're not pitchers, get them graded and just sit on them. So I was like, all right, I took that advice, got this guy graded. Who knows? We'll wait and see. The Rangers, a really cool blue refractor, 61 out of 150. Disabel Arias for the Rangers, first Bowman, 9.5/10. Pretty cool looking card. I can't wait to see what this will look like compared to the BGS and the PSA versions of the Bowman cards that I got graded. Very excited to have those all back together. So hopefully within the next couple months. Now, those of you who know me when it comes to baseball cards, you know that I love Atomic, aka Cracked Ice, or in this case, Sapphire. I thought this was a really cool pull. I opened a ton of Topps Chrome Sapphire. I'm absolutely in love with it. And of course, I love 2020 Bowman Sapphire as well. So we have Shohei Ohtani here, 2019 Chrome Sapphire in a 9.5. Thought that was a really cool card. Also, a guy that I do PC, so this will stay in that collection, a really neat Acuna Jr. Sapphire as well, and was lucky enough to 10. So that's going straight to the PC. Would love to have his rookie Chrome Sapphire, but that's probably a little out of the card budget right now. I did collect a couple of rookies, though, from Topps Chrome, a set that I love. Eloy, I have 2 of his rookies in a 10. Once again, I think just the black of the jersey, the dark card, and then the combination of the tuxedo, beautiful, beautiful cards. So these will kind of go into the vaults, and we'll see how Eloy continues to play. And maybe someday those will continue to drive up in value. A guy that is skyrocketing in value very well is Fernando Tatis Jr. for the Padres. I had a couple of rookies of his from Topps Chrome, so decided to get those graded as well. This one 9.5, so not bad there. Was pretty happy with that, but was very, very happy to get a dual 10. So very, very cool. Now, much like BGS, SGC has something where this is a black label 10. So this is essentially the equivalent of a BGS 10, like a pristine. BGS also has a black label where every subgrade is a 10. SGC has the equivalent, and I believe it's like a gold foil that goes around here. So I did not get any gold foil 10s, but hey, you know what? I will take 10s any day of the week. So overall, I would tell you that my satisfaction with this sub was extremely high. It was a trial run. As you can see, I did send some nice cards, but not my nicest stuff. I wanted to see what it looked like, how the cards, would turn out, and, just kind of feel them out a little bit as a test run. So based on the turnaround time, based on the pricing, based on how good the cards look in the slabs, I can guarantee I will 100% be grading a lot more with SGC in the future. Very excited about this. That doesn't necessarily mean I'll be doing public subs. So for those of you in the comments, don't get too excited. Not sure when the next one of that will be, but who knows? Maybe I will do one in the future, and anyone that would like to take advantage of that can contact me, and we'll put something together. But for now, I would tell you that I am a big fan of slabbing all of my PC cards. I do love a card in a slab, and it looks like SGC will be joining the BGS and PSA family. So thank you very much for watching the video. I do appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe to this video and to the channel. That really helps it out when you sub. I will try to put out some more videos, not just break videos. That's something I've been trying to do here in the last couple weeks. I have a couple of good ideas coming up in the next few weeks to implement as well. So hit the bell if you'd like to receive notifications. Leave a comment if you have anything that you'd like to comment about SGC, or if you'd like more information, happy to pass that along as well. So thanks for watching, everybody. It's Mikey B at Mikey B Cards. Deuces.